Shirley Springer, North Olmsted, Battaglia. Title of the book is Justice Ketanji, the story of Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. Written by Denise Lewis Patrick. Illustrated by Kim Holt. On a warm Florida afternoon, 4-year-old Ketanji Oyaka Brown was waiting for her father to come home from his classes. When he took out his law books to study, Ketanji took out her coloring books. Ketanji's parents, grandparents, and their parents before them all had worked hard to make a good life for their family. Her parents had both been public school teachers. But Ketanji's father, Johnny, wanted to do more. He decided to become a lawyer. While Ketanji's mother, Ellery, continued to teach, her father became a student again. So he studied and read. Ketanji watched and listened. You can do anything. You can be anything, he told his bright-eyed brown daughter. She remembered. Soon, words were part of Ketanji's world too. She loved reading them. She loved writing them. Most of all, she loved speaking them. When she started Miami Palmetto High School, she joined the speech and debate team and found friends who also loved words. Ketanji's sharp thinking and crisp, clear voice helped the team win many competitions. Her sure way of speaking stood out so much that her classmates voted her to be class president. Ketanji always knew she would attend college after high school, and she aimed for one of the best, Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Her school counselor told her, "You shouldn't set your sights so high." But Ketanji remembered, you can do anything. She worked hard, she applied to Harvard, and she was accepted. At Harvard, Ketanji began to meet new people. Her roommates became her friends, and as time passed, she began to call those friends her sisters. But once again, some people made her feel like she didn't belong. She spoke out and proved that she did belong by attending protests and keeping up with her classes at the same time. Brilliant, bright-eyed Ketanji Brown graduated from Harvard with special honors. 1 year later, she set her mind to work again and followed her father's footsteps to attend Harvard Law School. The year she completed Harvard Law School, she married Patrick Graves Jackson. Then she began to set her sights even higher on jobs at top law firms. You can be anything, she believed. She entered a new world full of more challenges and surprises. Ketanji Brown Jackson practiced many types of law. She joined law firms both big and small. She worked as a clerk to 3 different judges, including Justice Stephen Breyer of the U.S. Supreme Court. She defended poor people in court. While working and having a family, she thought about women who made her feel strong, like her mother, her aunt, and her grandmother. She thought about another woman who inspired her, the trailblazer Constance Baker Motley. Motley was the first Black woman to become a U.S. district judge. U.S. district judges look at facts and laws to solve disagreements about who's right in a legal case. After 17 years in law, Ketanji was nominated to become a U.S. district judge herself. A group of U.S. senators had to question her first. At breaks during their meetings, Ketanji used her knitting to keep calm. By then, she was known and respected for her words and her sharp thinking about the law. The senators voted her in. Years later, President Joe Biden decided that Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson had the skills and the experience to serve on the highest court in the country, the United States Supreme Court. He nominated her to replace retiring Justice Stephen Breyer. Again, Judge Jackson faced 4 days of meetings with senators. They asked her about everything from her time at Harvard to her past jobs to her feelings about various laws. Though many supported her, some just didn't think she belonged. Ketanji didn't protest. She knew how hard she'd worked and how much she'd learned in her career. She didn't need to knit scarves to answer with calmness and grace. Behind her each day sat her parents, Johnny and Ellery, her brother Ketanji, her husband Patrick, her daughters Talia and Layla, and her sister friends, and in her mind were her grandparents and their parents before them. Finally, in a vote of 53 to 47, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson was confirmed as the 116th United States Supreme Court Justice. She became the first Black woman to sit on the court in its 232-year history. She remembered, she believed, she knew. You can do anything, you can be anything.